Sometimes silence speaks louder than success itself. This video will wake you up. It's not just motivation, it's a mirror. If you're tired of noise, distraction, and fake progress, watch till the end. It might just change how you move forever. Comment your location and tell me where you're watching from. And don't forget to subscribe for daily self-mastery and focus motivation. Silence is often misunderstood. People think silence means doing nothing, being passive, or being invisible. But the truth is, silence is where all real power begins. The most powerful people in history, leaders, creators, thinkers, were not those who made the most noise, but those who mastered the art of stillness. Silence isn't the absence of sound, it's the presence of focus. It's the decision to stop reacting to everything and start responding to what truly matters. When you choose silence, you create space. Space to think, to feel, to understand. The world today doesn't want you silent. It wants you distracted. It wants your attention scattered across social media, gossip, opinions, and noise. Every time you react to something that doesn't serve your growth, you lose a little bit of your focus. But when you stay silent, you protect that focus, you guard your energy. You become the observer, not the victim of the chaos around you. Most people talk because they're afraid of being forgotten. They post, argue, and explain because they crave validation. But true power never explains itself. True power moves quietly. Look at nature. The sun doesn't announce its rise, yet everything depends on it. The ocean doesn't need approval to show its strength. It simply exists. Silence is your strength in a world addicted to noise. It's your secret weapon. Because when you don't talk, people start to wonder what you're thinking. When you stop announcing your plans, your actions begin to speak louder than words ever could. You see, silence is not about muting your voice. It's about mastering your emotions. It's about not letting anger, insecurity, or ego speak for you. When you stay silent, you remain in control. You choose your battles. You decide when to speak and when to walk away. And that kind of control commands respect. The person who can stay calm when everyone else is reacting, that's the person people remember. That's the person who leads. The truth is, silence reveals your strength. Weak people need attention to feel important. Strong people find peace in staying unseen while they build, while they grow, while they prepare. When you stop explaining your every move, you take away the power of judgment from others. They can't label what they don't understand. They can't attack what they can't see. When you move in silence, you give your dreams the protection they deserve, because not everyone wants to see you win. Some people will smile at you but secretly root for your failure. So why give them a map to your success? Let them see results, not progress. Let your silence become your shield. Let your work be your voice. In the quiet, you'll hear something powerful, your own intuition. That voice inside you that knows what's right, what's next, and what's meant for you. The more silent you become, the clearer it gets. Silence is not emptiness. It's alignment. It's the moment where your mind, your heart, and your purpose meet. So the next time someone doubts you, stay silent. The next time they underestimate you, stay silent. Let success be the sound they hear next. Because in the end, noise fades, opinions change, and attention shifts. But power, true silent power, lasts forever. Your focus is your superpower. The one thing that separates those who talk about success from those who actually live it is their ability to stay locked in on their vision, no matter what distractions surround them. The world today is designed to break your focus. Every notification, every post, every comparison is engineered to pull your attention away from your purpose. But focus, true disciplined focus, is the rarest and most valuable currency in existence. Because what you give your attention to, you give your power to. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they've scattered their attention across too many things that don't matter. They start something, get bored, look for shortcuts, and move on to something else. But success doesn't work that way. Success requires obsession. It demands that you stay committed long after the excitement fades. You can't build a masterpiece when your mind is split between 100 different ideas. You can't reach your potential if you're busy watching someone else live theirs. Focus means saying no, not just to others, but to yourself. It's saying no to distraction, to procrastination, to the part of you that wants instant results. It's choosing to be consistent instead of being comfortable. Every successful person you admire mastered that choice. They learned that you can't chase every opportunity. You have to commit to the one that truly aligns with your purpose. The world will try to convince you that multitasking means progress, but it's a lie. Multitasking is the art of doing many things poorly. True progress comes from depth, from pouring yourself completely into one goal until it becomes reality. When you focus on yourself, something powerful happens: clarity. You begin to see what really matters. You stop trying to compete with others because you realize your only competition is the person you were yesterday. You start to measure success not by what you have, but by how much you've grown. And that shift changes everything. Suddenly, you stop caring about who's watching. You stop chasing approval. You stop explaining yourself because you know that your results will speak for you. Focus transforms time. 1 hour of deep, undistracted work is more valuable than 10 hours of half-hearted effort. When your mind is fully present, you enter a flow state, a zone where creativity, discipline, and energy align. In that state, progress feels natural. You stop forcing outcomes and start attracting them. That's the real magic of focus. It's not just mental, it's spiritual. It aligns you with your highest potential and connects you to the purpose behind your actions. But focus requires sacrifice. You can't stay focused and stay popular. You can't stay focused and stay available for everyone's drama. You'll lose some people, you'll miss some trends, and you'll be misunderstood. But what you gain is peace, the kind of peace that comes from knowing you're building something real. The noise of the world will always be loud, but it's only dangerous if you listen to it. Silence it. Redirect your energy toward growth. Every ounce of focus you invest in yourself compounds. It turns small steps into massive transformation. You want to change your life, then focus. Every single day, choose your priorities like your future depends on them, because it does. Stop scrolling and start building. Stop reacting and start creating. Focus is not something you find, it's something you train. And the more you train it, the stronger it becomes. At the end of the day, you'll realize that the people who doubted you were never the problem. Your lack of focus was. The moment you master your attention, you master your destiny. Because focus is energy, focus is power, and focus is freedom. And once you learn to control your focus, there's absolutely nothing and no one that can stop you. Success demands solitude and self-mastery. It's a truth that few are willing to accept because solitude is uncomfortable. It strips away distractions, noise, and validation, and exposes you to yourself. But that's exactly where transformation happens. You cannot build greatness surrounded by constant noise and opinions. The journey to success is not a crowd's journey. It's a lonely one. Every person who has achieved something extraordinary has walked through seasons of isolation where they had to trust their vision, even when no one else could see it. Solitude is not about cutting people off. It's about cutting off everything that keeps you from hearing your own voice. In a world that constantly tells you who you should be, solitude helps you remember who you really are. When you're alone, you begin to understand your habits, your fears, your triggers, and your strengths. You face the parts of yourself that you've avoided, the insecurities you hide behind success, the doubts you silence with business. Solitude brings those truths to the surface, and while it may hurt, it's necessary, because only when you face yourself can you master yourself. Self-mastery is not about controlling everything around you. It's about controlling what's inside you. It's learning to manage your emotions when life gets chaotic. It's choosing discipline over impulse. It's developing the ability to stay centered when everything around you is trying to knock you off balance. That's the kind of power that doesn't fade. Anyone can be motivated when things are going well, but the person who stays consistent in silence, in loneliness, in the grind, that's the one who wins. The reason solitude is so powerful is that it removes distraction. When you're alone, there's no one to impress, no one to compete with, no one to validate you. That's when you start moving with pure intention. Your decisions stop coming from fear or comparison. They start coming from clarity. You begin to realize that success isn't about showing off your progress. It's about becoming the kind of person who doesn't need to. When you can sit alone with your thoughts, your dreams, and your pain and still stay focused, you become unstoppable. But self-mastery takes time. It means learning to delay gratification when the world pushes instant results. It means waking up even when no one is watching. It means trusting your path even when you can't see the outcome. Most people quit not because they're weak, but because they've never learned to be alone with their discomfort. Solitude reveals whether you're driven by passion or validation. When there's no applause, will you still show up? When no one's cheering, will you still build? That's what defines true success. The strongest version of yourself is born in silence, not in the spotlight. The gym sessions when no one's watching, the late nights when no one believes in your dream, the moments when it's just you and the grind. That's where greatness is forged. Because once you master yourself, no external force can break you. Critics can't shake you, failure can't stop you, and fear can't paralyze you. You move with quiet confidence because you've already fought the hardest battle, the one within. So stop fearing solitude. Stop chasing constant noise. Learn to love your own company, because the silence you avoid today is the strength you'll need tomorrow. Success doesn't come from talking about growth. It comes from doing the work when no one is clapping. When you use your solitude wisely, it becomes your training ground, the place where you sharpen your mind, discipline your emotions, and prepare your spirit. In the end, you'll realize that solitude isn't loneliness, it's leadership. It's in those silent hours that you build the mindset, the resilience, and the self-mastery that separate dreamers from doers. Remember this, the one who can stand alone without breaking will one day stand above without bragging. Because success doesn't shout, it whispers. And those who are silent long enough to listen will be the ones who finally hear it.